Hey Aries, this is Tammy from Spot On Psychic Readings. I have got a wonderful reading for you tonight. It's got a tiny little glitch in it that I hope you can get through. I had a real problem with my sound mic this afternoon that created a lot of audio problems. It's only from minute 235 through minute 750 that you can still hear me. You can still hear it, but there's a lot of background noise. I think I had to shorten the wire or something. I don't know. I'm not good at technology, to be honest. I'm much better at the cards. All right. We've got a lot here, Aries. Some of you are, you're dealing with being a Queen of Pentacles, okay? I'm going to say you're either dealing with a Queen of Pentacles or you are the Queen of Pentacles, Aries. So this is a woman who has money. She's a woman who's sort of in charge and very financially grounded, but she's showing up in the conflict. Okay, she is creating a conflict at this time, or has a conflict if this is you. You know, it's a collective reading, so adjust what needs to be adjusted for your story. You'll know. You'll know as we go along. So there is a small sum of money, but I feel like there is somebody who is jealous about that. I get a very jealous person. Here's your sum of money. I feel like there's some message that's coming into you soon, Aries. The King of Cups coming up next to this Five of Wands reversed energy. So this King of Cups is reversed. Both of these are reversed. These are sort of troublesome cards, and I feel like this is a lot of what you're dealing with right now, Aries. This King of Cups reversed, can be an alcoholic. This can be somebody who drinks too much, shown with that cup upside down. It can be somebody who is not truthful. It can be addictions, all sorts of addictions. I feel like some of it may even go to pornography, And this person is extremely jealous of you. I feel like this person is your rival. This person is giving you a really hard time. And take it as it resonates. I mean, some of you may be dealing with an upside down Queen of Cups, but it did come up as a masculine, and I always tell people, I read the cards as they come up, so it's up to you as a collective to, switch that around to fit your picture, okay? So, when I look at this, something's coming in really quickly for you. We've got the Eight of Wands. Usually this is a good card, and this is having to do with maybe a trip. Maybe you're going on a trip. Maybe you're going to have get involved in a sudden love affair, or somebody did. It did come up next to this King of Cups, so there may have been some sort of a sudden love affair or a sudden change. Something came up really quickly. So let's see where this goes. I'll get you more information here as we go along, okay? Hang in there with me. So we've got a message coming in for you, Aries. This is the Page of Wands. I feel like this is going to be some sort of a good news message. You may have already gotten this. I feel like it's going to end some of the maybe discontent you've been feeling with this Four of Cups energy. Page of Wands is usually a very good card. It's usually good news, and it did come up upright. And something's coming in quickly. I feel this rush of energy coming in with this, like something's going to surprise you. I feel like there's a surprise coming. I feel like maybe a surprise trip, maybe surprise good news. And in the background, you've got this person who's either, like I said, with his addictions, his or her addictions, like kind of hanging over you, this cloud. But in the midst of that, there's some good news coming up. Now, we've got a couple of things coming up here in the future that showed up. We've got the Page of Cups in your immediate future coming up, and we'll talk about this. We've also got the Nine of Cups. It's going to be reversed for some of you, meaning this is a wish card, meaning you may not get your wish, and it's coming up next to this sort of Page of Cups energy. Now, this one's a mixed bag. Sometimes the Page of Cups can mean new romance. It can mean romance with a younger person. It can mean children. It can be children in the picture. You may be seeing them. It can mean a person who is an adult but who is emotionally immature. Some of you may be dealing with that. It can mean narcissists. Some of you dealing with narcissists. I don't know. We'll get a little more information. I want to ask more about that person. Now, you are going into a period of time where things are going to be easier, okay? I know you're going to be glad to hear that because, like I've said before, you guys have been through the ringer for sure. So I feel like you're leaving a lot of trouble behind. It's what you want to do. You want to walk away from all this drama. There's a lot of drama, a lot of, you feel like you've been stabbed in the back. A lot of you dealing with narcissistic people. A lot of you have been kind of thrust into situations where you just didn't want to be there. You didn't choose it. You can't get out of it for various reasons, legalities, obligations, all sorts of reasons. You've been stuck in it. But this is the Six of Swords upright. And this is you going into a more peaceful, tranquil time period, okay? So this energy is real strong around you. So I feel like that's going to help a lot of you in this month, okay? Now, there's been some sort of commitment that you've been in that has caused an oppressive situation, all right? So I get the sense, this is the Hierophant next to Eight of Swords. And there was some kind of, like I said, an obligation or commitment that got you stuck. You've been in a very depressed, some of you, really depressed situation. Some of you have been really unhappy, wanting to get out, wanting to push your way out, and you've just been stuck. I see that some of you have been stuck for quite a while. There's a 5 on this card. I feel like some of you even as far, like the last 5 years or even longer, some of you have been really stuck in some sort of commitment or obligation or situation that you just couldn't get out of. You couldn't see your way clear of it. There's a lot of swords in this card, 8 of Swords. And this is him just going, I need to get loose from this situation. Like, where's the door? Where's the exit? How do I get out of this? And the answer just didn't come, for a lot of you. You've been in this situation. And like I've said before, in previous readings, you're in this situation, which is, for a lot of you, it's been almost unbearable. But at the same time, it is causing a lot of spiritual growth. And it is designed for that. This is one of those earth lessons. And it is getting you closer to ascension. And I think it's a situation of, no pain, no gain, as they say. I'm not a big believer in that, but it does happen. It happens in these earth lessons a lot. And there's a reason you're there. You're climbing higher and higher, and you are getting there. So hang in there, okay? This is the Inner Wisdom card. This is the Hermit. So some of you may be feeling like you're, by yourself a lot. You may be by yourself by choice. You may have felt like you're isolated from people, from family, but also, I know on some deeper level, you feel like you've learned a lot. This is the card of you're really feeling like you've learned a lot. You've gone through a lot of earth lessons. And you're getting there. Let's ask a little bit more about this Page of Cups, okay? Let's see what else is going on with this Page of Cups. Wow, this flew out. All right, this Page of Cups is giving you a new beginning, okay? Remember this Page of Cups I talked about earlier, who could be someone younger or having to do with children, or just a new friend. This can be a new, friendship that turns into romance. It comes alongside this New Beginnings card. So let's see what else. And again, I like to pull these cards by feel. Let's see what else is coming here. All right, we've got 5 of Pentacles. There's something about a loss of money around that Page of Cups as well. Yeah, there may be a loss of money for some of you, Aries, with, let me show you these cards. Okay, with some sort of a new business or project, and kind of like you feel like you've been left out in the cold. I feel like some of you just been left, like, I don't know, like you feel like you've been left alone. You feel like you've been kicked to the curb, some of you, Yeah, here's a Page of Wands coming up too. This came up twice. Look at this. 2 different decks, Page of Wands. You're getting some kind of message. This is an important surprise message. Let's ask what this message is about. Wow, that one flew out too. It's going to end your anxiety. So whatever anxiety you're having about the situation. Hold on, let me mix these cards up a little bit again. All right, whatever you've been having anxiety about, Aries, that is on its way out. And there's some kind of message that you're going to be getting. Yeah, okay. Some kind of message from maybe a person who is a father or an attorney. We've got the Emperor. So whoever the Emperor is, you're going to be getting some kind of message from this person. This could be somebody about housing. This could be somebody about real estate. But it's going to ease your anxiety. It's going to ease this nightmarish situation that you've been in. So there is a message of good news coming. Let's see what else. Yeah, it causes a celebration. So there's a 3 of Cups here. Let me ask if they're talking about the same thing or different thing. One second. What else does Aries need to know? This. Oh, okay. 10 of Swords reversed. So this 10 of Swords energy, Aries, that you've been in, 10 of Swords is feeling like you've been stabbed in the back. You know, it has to do with feeling like there's been a bad ending, you know, but this is easing up. And there's going to be some happiness that is coming in. So a celebration of this 3 of Cups that's coming in. For some of you, there's also been a third party, really strong third party situation that came in that caused this bad ending that you didn't want, you know, that came in and really caused things to be thrown off. So somebody in this situation may have had a love celebration, but it wasn't you. You know, it's like you got the brunt of it. You know, I feel like for a lot of Aries, this third party came in and cut you out, you know, and we'll ask more about that. Yeah, there was a new love offer for somebody in this picture and, you know, wasn't trustworthy, it wasn't dependable, and it caused a lot of drama. There is hope here. They're giving me the Star card. And the Star definitely has to do with divine intervention for you, Aries. Let's see what else. Aries energy. Oh, yeah, it's still a lot of competition. So look at this. The 5 of Wands has come up twice here. Can't seem to locate the other one. Anyway, I pulled it earlier. Where'd it go? The 5 of Wands, and this came up reversed, but it came up in the other deck too. Here it is. It came up around this King of Cups energy, okay? So when the cards duplicate like this, you know, they come up twice in the same, in 2 different decks like this in the same reading. This is really saying pay attention to this. And it came up upside down both times. So somebody is really causing a lot of rivalry. I feel like somebody here is playing the victim. Like they're going, oh, Aries did all this stuff to me. You know, they're telling a lot of family members and, you know, their person and whoever will listen, oh, Aries was so bad to me. You know, they're really, really playing the victim here. You know, they're really trying to suck people into their drama in this. And again, you're dealing with a narcissistic energy here for sure. And this is I know you know this, but I just want to validate this to you because, wow, both these cards came up and I've just got like the prickly goosebumps all down my arms right now talking about this because somebody here is really trying to throw you under the bus about this. Like, oh, Aries was so mean. Aries did this and that and the other to me. But they're playing the victim here, okay? Wow. Anything else Aries needs to know? You know, the divine intervention that I talked about, the Star card that came up, that's really, really important to know. Okay, both of these came out. So there's something about children here to consider. That, you know, for some of you in your picture, you're really considering children and how this is affecting family and, you know, their lives and things like that. And I feel like some of you, you know, have a lot of memories from the past that you are still processing, thinking about. You know, this narcissistic energy threw you under the bus, but that didn't erase everything that you've been through. You know, I feel like in some ways they're trying to erase you. They're trying to make you disappear out of their lives, but you're not going anywhere. You know, you're there, and so are these children that are in this picture. So there is happiness. There's a 10 of Cups coming up, but it's reversed. So I feel like, you know, these memories sometimes are unhappy for you. Sometimes they are happy. Depends on, you know, your particular situation in a collective reading. But, take it how it resonates for you, but there's a lot of emotion here. I just want to say there's a lot of emotion both ways, some happy, a lot not happy. And it does involve family and children and memories. And it could, for some of you, the Six of Cups energy can mean somebody coming back around from the past, okay? So you may see a lover from the past showing up. That could be some of this good news message that I saw for some of you. For some of you, this is your past person, believe it or not, trying to come back in, trying to fix this upside down marriage, this upside down joy and happiness that you once had. This card is loaded. The Six of Cups, I'm just going to say it's loaded, Aries. So we're going to have to keep a check on that. But let me pull a couple more real quick. I don't want this reading to get too long, but I got so many goosebumps right now. There's something here about somebody from the past. When I hit on that, I felt it really strongly for some of you. Let me ask. Somebody connected to a business or somebody who is an entrepreneur, first of all. Oh, yeah. The person that's going to try to come back from the past is who we pulled earlier. Where'd he go? This upside down King of Cups. Remember, he came up twice. Sorry, I've lost the cards because I've got them everywhere. But this is the King of Cups in this other deck coming up again. Also, upside down again. This is not a good thing. So if that's who's trying to come back from the past, run. Run, Aries. Don't connect with this person, because this upside down King of Cups, masculine or feminine, whoever this is, has addictions, is potentially alcoholic, will be very untrustworthy, will drain your energy. You just want to stay away from this one, okay? If it tries to come back in, block that. Definitely block that energy. So I'm going to leave it right there, Aries. There's so much here. And again, thank you all so much for all of your views and likes and comments. And I hope you'll keep it up, because it does help me pick up on your energy. And I love connecting with you all. So thanks for coming in today. And I'll see you all again soon. Okay, bye.